Welcome to Essential English Only.
Your practical English lessons in podcast format.
Hi, learners. My name is Alex.
And my name is Lizzie. Welcome to Essential English Only.
When we think about learning English, we usually imagine books, courses, and videos. But when it is time to review what we studied, that is where many learners freeze. You open your notebook and have no idea where to start. You worry that you forgot everything or that you are reviewing the wrong way. This insecurity appears in beginners and also in intermediate learners. Today, we want to show you a simpler path. Using accessible tools, many of them free, to review every day with clarity and lightness.
This happens because review requires direction. Most students review randomly. They try to remember sentences from weeks ago, reread long grammar pages, or repeat isolated words. But that is not real review. Reviewing means reorganizing what you already learned, strengthening what is fragile, and making English feel more natural in your mind. And when you use tools that support this process, everything becomes easier.
What is interesting is that these tools are not complicated. Many work directly in your browser. Others can be installed on your phone. Some have paid versions, but all of them have free versions that are more than enough to structure an effective study routine. And you can use each of them for just a few minutes a day. Today you will understand how they work and how they can transform your study habits.
Stay with us until the end, because you will learn how to review reading, listening, writing, and speaking in an organized way, even if you study alone. At the end, you will also get a small challenge to apply immediately. When you move from theory to action, English begins to settle naturally in your memory.
Let's start with Google Translate. It is free, works both as a website and an app, and most people never realize how useful it can be for training pronunciation, reading, and listening. One of the best ways to review is to paste a short text you wrote and listen to it out loud. First, you listen slowly, paying attention to every sound. Then, you listen again at normal speed to get used to a more natural rhythm. This creates a very effective loop of listening and repetition. You can also speak into the microphone and check if the tool understands you clearly. It gives you quick feedback on your pronunciation.
Now, let's talk about ChatGPT, which has a very helpful free version. You can use it on the web or as an app. Its power is not in long conversations. The real value appears when you ask for specific corrections. You write a short paragraph about your day and ask for simple feedback. It can show more natural versions of your sentences, offer alternatives at your level, and explain small improvements. This makes reviews something alive, because you do not just write, you also understand why each adjustment makes sense.
For listening practice, Natural Reader is excellent. The free version works well, and you can use it on the web or through the app. You paste any text, a short article, news, a work message, or sentences from your own study notes. The tool transforms that text into audio with natural voices. You can slow it down, speed it up, or repeat the same sentence several times. Training listening with texts that matter to your life keeps your mind focused and helps you connect sounds to meaning.
For reviewing vocabulary through reading, ReadLang is very efficient. It is free in its basic version and works directly in the browser. You import a text or choose one from the platform. When you click on a word, the translation appears instantly. Everything you click is automatically saved in your review list. This creates a personalized study path based on your real needs. Instead of repeating random words, you review exactly what your brain needs reinforcement on.
Another useful tool is Speech Texter, available on the web and as a free app. It uses speech recognition to turn your voice into text. This is one of the most effective ways to review pronunciation on your own. Imagine describing your morning or explaining a task from work. If the text appears incorrectly, you instantly know which sound needs improvement. It is not something to feel insecure about, it is simply a clear direction for growth.
Lingaleo is another strong option. It has both free and paid versions and works on the web and as an app. It visually tracks your progress. Words you already know, words you are learning, and new words are all organized in a clear way. This turns review into a guided path instead of a guessing game. Many learners gain confidence because they finally see their progress instead of just hoping they're improving.
When it comes to vocabulary, Anki is one of the most powerful tools available. It is free on computers and has paid versions on some mobile devices. It uses spaced repetition, showing each card right before you forget it. This means you review less, but you review at the ideal moment. The key is to create short, meaningful sentences from your own daily life. When the content has personal meaning, memory becomes much stronger.
And there's Youglish, a free web tool that shows real videos of native speakers using the word or expression you want to review. You see it spoken in different accents, rhythms, and situations. This variety helps you understand how English sounds in the real world. Review stops being artificial and becomes a natural part of daily communication.
Now let's look at some lesser-known tools that are extremely helpful. One of them is Lingualeo, popular in parts of Asia and Europe. It has both free and paid versions and works on the web and through an app. It guides you through short readings, audio practice, small tests, and interactive exercises. It's great for learners who enjoy seeing visual progress and want to play a playful way to review.
Word Reference is completely free and available online. It's more than a dictionary. It shows real examples of usage, differences between similar meanings, and clear explanations of nuances. For intermediate learners, understanding these small differences is essential. Reviewing vocabulary through word reference gives depth to your understanding.
Reverso Context is also excellent and has free and paid plans. It shows real sentences taken from the internet to illustrate how a word is used in different contexts. This makes vocabulary review far more natural. You see not only what a word means, but how it behaves inside real sentences, which helps you feel more secure when you want to use it.
There is also Lingua Training, available for free on the web and in app form. It turns music into listening exercises. You listen to short sections, fill in missing words, and repeat. For intermediate learners, This helps you identify words inside fast speech, improve pronunciation, and strengthen common structures through sound and rhythm.
Before we continue, we would love to know where you're watching from. Write your country in the comments. We often see learners from India, Sri Lanka, Vietnam, Egypt, Brazil, Japan, and many others, and it's amazing to see how international this community has become.
Now, here's your challenge for today. Choose one tool and use it for 2 minutes. Nothing more. Listen to a short text, test your pronunciation, click on unfamiliar words, or correct a small paragraph. The goal is to turn one tool into action right now. When you take this small step, your memory activates in a different way and the review becomes real.
Today, you explored tools that help you review English with clarity and structure. Each one supports a different ability: pronunciation, listening, reading, writing, vocabulary, and real-life usage. When you understand how these tools work, you create your own review system that fits your rhythm and your needs.
Review becomes something defined and guided. You start to notice mistakes more clearly, correct them more naturally, and see your progress with your own eyes. This clarity changes the way you learn. When you can see the path, the journey becomes lighter.
And when you use tools that give you immediate feedback, review stops being a moment of doubt and becomes a moment of discovery. Your progress appears in small details: a sentence you adjust, a sound you understand better, a word that no longer slips away. Step by step, these moments build an English that feels more stable, more confident, and more natural for you.
I am Lizzie, and this is Essential English Only. Keep listening, repeating, and developing your English every day. Today you really learned what matters. See you in the next lesson. Focusing on the essentials.